Alright, my long-awaited return to YouTube! Right. So this is not a why I've been gone video because I could summarize it in one sentence this time. I finally got my bachelor's degree! Woot woot! 20 years of schooling comes to an end, and I couldn't be prouder of myself, but enough about that. So first give you an update on what I'm going to be doing with this channel and then how my real life could affect this channel. I'll post times in the description. So first of all, I do have a good amount of videos recorded for this thing, such as a few of the remaining Buffyverse videos, reviews for most of the TV show Smallville. I'll explain why I don't have those complete in a little bit. Resident Evil film series, multiple DVD and Blu-ray updates, and a couple of other things that I honestly forget right now. And I'll be trying to record new videos shortly because there's a couple things that I can discuss. Alright, now getting into why I don't have those Buffyverse videos and Smallville ones complete. I got too far ahead of myself in that I kept watching those shows rather than making the reviews after Angel Season 2 and Smallville Season 7 respectively. I did make efforts to record the remaining videos, but I didn't really like them, so I deleted them, and then school got too much on my back and I couldn't do the rest of them. So I'm going to try and look up details about those seasons and then give you what is going to hopefully be a good recreation of my first impressions with me not knowing what happens beyond those seasons, but it's definitely going to be kind of obvious. Especially since the posters in the background along with the thinness of my hair are going to change a lot if you pay real close attention to them. Yeah, so there's that bit. Sorry about that, but, you know, it's real life, you know. These things do happen. Hold on a sec. Oh. And have I been watching a lot of TV shows in the past year and a half or so? Not really, because school was so much on my back. I didn't really trust myself to have the time to devote to TV shows, because it's not just watch a couple of episodes and then come back to it sometime later. You gotta remember what's actually happening, especially since a lot of shows that I watch have tight continuities to them and all that stuff. So instead what I did was that I pulled out a lot of movies in my collection and actually started watching the special features on them, listening to the directors or whoever's commentaries, and then actually watching the trailers for the movies that are on there, because I'm like, well, since I don't go to theaters anymore, I don't know too much about what's out there. I gotta learn this stuff, you know? And who knows, there might be something that catches my eye. And believe it or not, I've actually been really impressed by a couple of the commentary tracks out there, such as like Joel Schumacher for Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, despite the fact that a lot of people say that he, you know, killed Batman, and he is a little bit responsible. He confesses that he truthfully did do that, but it's real interesting to hear just how many people's names he remembers in the production department, in the costume department, and all that stuff, and you learn that, you know, he's actually a competent director. It was just the studio's fault, mostly, yeah. So I used to be someone who says Joel Schumacher, bad guy. Now, I'm not like that, and the same thing goes for, like, Ben F. Like if you listen to his commentary for the movie The Town, he's excellent in there, and it's literally just him talking about the movie for almost 3 bleeding hours, you know? That's impressive, especially since he was able to time his stories so it doesn't matter what cut of the movie that you're watching. Good on you, Affleck. Although, if you're trying to listen to the commentary by Joe McTurran, I think his name is, on the movie Basic. He's the same guy who directed the first Die Hard and the first Predator movie. He is not that great, unfortunately. I actually turned that one off, but I'm going to make another attempt to listen to it at some point, right? And it was fun to do that, but like I said, I mostly talk about TV shows, and I'm not that great at talking about singular movies, so that's a problem. Now getting to reality shows. The last season of Big Brother that I watched was Big Brother Canada 6, and the last season of Survivor that I watched was season 35, which I did make videos for, but I didn't want to upload like 15 Survivor videos back to back to back. I wanted something to complement it, so you wouldn't just get bored with that. So I'm going to try and get caught up with them, but I'm actually going to have to go back into the Survivor timeline and watch Micronesia, Gabon, Tocantins, and Samoa for the first time, and then rewatch HVV, because Survivor's been bringing back a lot of returning players again, and then they're doing an all-winners season, and you just know that between those 5 seasons, they're going to bring back at least one person, probably even more. Although I think I can safely rule out one of those winners, but it's probably not the winner that you think. Right. And I mean, like, I know what happens in all of those seasons, especially since I have seen HVV before, but I want to do that because I want to understand all these winners' game plays, and I want to go into the all-winners season knowing what all of them have done in all of those seasons. The same thing goes with HVV, and where I can see how everyone plays. But I don't need to do this with Cambodia or Game Changers, because in those seasons, we were talking like missing one season or only 1 or 2 people in the case of Cambodia, and one of those 2 people, Monica, it didn't even matter that I hadn't seen her season, so there you go. So that's going to take a while, and yes, in case you're wondering, I will make a video describing the first 20 seasons of the show, but I'm just going to, compile that into one quick review thingy, although it might be 2 parts, yeah. So that's where I stand with that stuff. Sorry that I'm so far behind, but it's real life. It gets in the way, and it slows me down. Now moving on to the real life bit. So now that I've graduated, what's the plan? As of right now, my dad and my stepmother are actually in the process of trying to move us to Colorado. They had a vacation house in Nevada, which they put on the market a couple months ago, and they got a buyer for it, so they've been closing out the deal, which technically is supposed to end on April 12th-ish, something like that, but with the coronavirus going on, I don't know if that's still happening, and so I don't know if we're going to be staying put for a little bit longer, or if they're going to try and call the moving companies anyway and try and move this stuff. I really don't know. Right now they're at the vacation house, so it's just been me stuck in this house for a week, even though really that's not a problem for me because I am not much of a social person, so I wouldn't have been leaving the house that much anyway, And hopefully I can get groceries delivered to me online, so that means the only reason I would ever leave this house is to get the mail or get exercise. So then, there you go. I'm okay with this virus, but I know that there's tons of other people out there who won't be, and they really are going to need a lot of help. Like, I follow Allie Lauder on Instagram, and she's been posting stories for all the past week about how school districts in LA have shut down, and that's the main source of food that a lot of children get over the course of their week, so she's been volunteering to help them out, and I really admire her for that, yeah. It's such a bummer that I didn't start following various celebrities on those social media pages before. You learn a lot about them that you don't see on camera or in those way too formal interviews, yeah, like Sarah Hyland from Modern Family. She's funny as heck, along with being a total gym rat. She even puts my stepmother to shame, right? So, like I said, we're in the process of trying to move to Colorado. Who knows when that's going to happen? And then when we move there, I'm going to be trying to apply for entry-level jobs that relate to either accounting, which is what my degree is in, or banking, because one day I was getting a lift back from a neighboring town, but long story short, I had to Uber from that neighboring town all the way back, which I didn't want to do originally because I knew it would cost like $80 up, and it did. So I was talking to the driver about, trying to find entry-level positions, and he recommended that I try and get an entry-level job at a bank, because while it's not entirely accounting related, it's not, oh my god, bad for someone related to accounting to do, and it pays decently well. Hmm? And I proposed that to everyone around me, and other than my dad, who said, it's not a bad idea if you're just trying to get a job. There's nothing wrong at all with working at a bank, but accounting, but everybody else says they think it's an excellent idea, and so with that many yeses and only one meh, why not give it a shot? So obviously I can't really predict how that's going to cut into my availability to make these videos, because obviously a white-collar job, which is the type of jobs that I'm going to be getting into, isn't like blue-collar where you go in there, do your little bit, and then pff, you're done. Nah, you're going to have to actually think about this stuff. So, yeah, that's about everything that I mean to say, other than the fact that I might have already mentioned you're going to be seeing the posters back there change a lot due to how scattered these videos are going to be, along with the thickness of my hair. Yeah, so I'm not only the only person in my family to talk with a foreign accent, I'm also the only person in my family to start losing his hair in his early 20s. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, well, if you ask me, what would I rather have, the degree or my hair? Much as I hate to admit it, the degree. Alright, I think this has gone on long enough. See ya, people.